In this video, I'm going to give you 8 of the easiest ways that you can make money if you are lazy and broke. A lot of the things that I talk about on the channel are how to make passive income and how to build side hustles and whatnot, but all of that stuff either takes a lot of money to get started up front or it just takes a lot of effort to get started building off the ground. I talk about all the time how it takes 10,000 hours to master something, 10,000 hours of practice, 10,000 hours of showing up, and some people just don't want to do all that work. And let's say you're someone who wanted to make money on YouTube, but you didn't want to go through the process of scripting and planning videos, recording videos, editing videos, and then sticking to an upload schedule. Well, if this describes you, then you can start a YouTube channel completely surrounded around sleep sounds. And at first, when I was doing the research for this video, I thought that was a ludicrous idea, but I unintentionally may have the majority of my watch time devoted to sleep sounds and lo-fi music because I just put it on all the time in the background. If I'm editing, if I'm cooking or cleaning, anytime I just want some ambient music in the room, I tend to open up YouTube and just let those sounds play. And as I got to thinking about how much watch time I give these people a day, it really started to boggle my mind. The average YouTube video is anywhere between 8 to 15 minutes long, and if I'm listening to some lo-fi music while I'm editing, I would have one video playing on one channel for 2 to 3 hours at a time. And if you have YouTube Premium, that's pretty much uninterrupted time. And if you start to think about how much ad revenue 2 to 3 hours can translate to, then you can really see how this may be one of the easiest and laziest ways to make money on YouTube if you get a channel to get consistent viewers. Getting consistent viewers may be the hard part because there's a lot of channels trying to do this with the YouTube automation niche, but if you are able to upload a 10-hour video and get 1 million views on it, hey, to each his own. But if you wanted something that you had a little bit more control over, you can always switch over to Amazon Mechanical Turk as a method to make a few bucks if you don't have any money to start with. So I'm actually going to switch gears here and actually take you guys into my Amazon Mechanical Turk dashboard to show you exactly what Amazon Mechanical Turk is. And what it is basically a huge list of different tasks that you can do to get paid anywhere from 5 cents to $8 to $10. So I don't use Amazon Mechanical Turk as much anymore. I have used it for a previous video, but in the year 2019 and 2020, when I submitted almost 1,600 hits, I earned over $1,000 just from doing surveys online. Now, this wasn't $1,000 in 1 month. I'm pretty sure it was spread over a year, so that roughly translates to a little bit under $100 a month. But if you only needed $1,000 to buy the camera so you can get started on YouTube, then this could be a great way to get the money that you need without having to work a full-time 9-to-5 job. The camera that I use for the channel now costs less than $1,000, so you can definitely utilize this if you don't have any money to get started with. And it doesn't cost any money to sign up, and yes, you do actually get paid. I actually did get paid this money, but as you can see, I haven't used it all that much since before the year 2020. But how I would typically use Amazon Mechanical Turk is I would go up to the top right and click filter, and then I would click the hits that I'm qualified to work on. The yellow hits are things that you're not qualified to work on, and then I would search for hits that pay at least 10 cents, with the reward amount being the highest first. So after I filtered for this, I didn't have all the hits that pay above 10 cents, and then usually they update every day, but I'll just go in and answer this. So if I wanted to answer this hit and answer a question about finance, I would click accept, and let's see if it works. It says it takes less than 2 minutes. We'll see if it actually works. I'm gonna blur all this data so you don't see any of my personal information, but let's see how long this takes to earn 15 cents. So I went through that first step. Now I'm just gonna answer some of these other questions. And after that, it says I can submit the hit to be paid, and I'll just go ahead and click submit hit. And just that easy, in a couple seconds, I think less than a minute, I earned 15 cents, as you can see from the dashboard, which for 1 minute of work roughly translates to about $8.40 an hour. So not bad, honestly, if you can get a bunch of those in a row. But the next easy way that you can make money if you are lazy or broke is gonna be by blogging or writing Twitter posts. Recently, I made a video about how the Twitter monetization update allows you to make money from your impressions, and I think that because of their new algorithm and because of their new Twitter Blue subscriptions, if you subscribe to Twitter Blue, your tweets will be pushed up in priority over other Twitter users. And because of this, if you are paid by the number of impressions that you have, if you go out and reply to as many celebrity posts as you can, once somebody clicks on the replies from that celebrity and they see your reply first, you will start to earn money basically from spamming comments. Now, this one isn't entirely free because you do have to pay $8 a month in order to subscribe to Twitter Blue. But as you just saw, if you do an hour work on Amazon Mechanical Turk, you can earn the $8 and then use that to buy a Twitter Blue subscription that can then start making you more money than that. And from the research that I've done in the past, you need about 5 to 10 million impressions a month to earn about $10. So you definitely need to be tweeting a lot if you want to get your money back. But these next two methods may by far be the laziest and easiest way to make money, with the first of them actually being house sitting. And house sitting is exactly what it sounds like. Instead of babysitting, where you're watching a baby and making sure the baby stays healthy, all you're going to be doing is sitting in a house or around the house to make sure that plants are watered and nobody is breaking in. Because to be a successful house sitter, all you have to do is live in the house and make sure no damage happens to it. but this is honestly no different than actually living at home because you're going to be doing the same thing regardless. If you are at a house for the sole purpose of house sitting, you shouldn't need to be cleaning all that much. You shouldn't need to be doing all that much work unless you're watering a whole bunch of plants. And because of this, it is a really easy way to make money for a weekend. And if you combine house sitting with pet sitting, then you can double down and really start to make a lot of money. Pet sitting is awesome as well because pets are usually way less needy than babies. And if you walk them, give them some food and some toys, then you usually can have a really easy way to make money. I haven't tried house sitting or pet sitting for myself personally, but if I was given the opportunity, I definitely wouldn't say no to this business method. But the next way that you can make money if you're lazy or broke is opening up new checking accounts to get account bonuses. Most credit card companies are willing to give you $200 to $300 if you sign up and spend a certain amount of money. And if you choose to sign up for that credit card company and spend money that you are already going to spend regardless in order to get a sign up bonus, you could easily make an extra $200 to $300 a month just from utilizing this method. And what this is technically called is credit card churning, and no, it is not legal. Editor Anfernee here. I meant to say that no, it is not illegal. Although credit card companies may catch on eventually and stop offering up sign-up bonuses to you. Another thing is that credit card churning does hurt your overall credit report, even if you're paying down the balances every single month, because if you do this every single month, you are still going to be getting a number of hard inquiries that don't go off your credit report for at least 2 years. So if you are going to credit card churn, I would definitely be very selective with when you do it. It could be a way to get an extra $300 for Christmas gifts or for birthdays, but as far as a consistent stream of revenue, I would stick to some of the other methods. And one of those other methods is retail arbitrage. Now what retail arbitrage is when you go to Walmart, pick up an item on clearance that's marked 90% off, and then go flip that item on eBay. This was one of my favorite side hustles when I was in college, because if I can make $100 on Amazon Mechanical Turk, I would then go to Walmart and try to find the biggest marked down item. Maybe it was a toaster oven that usually costs $250, but it's now marked down to $80. I would buy that clearance item and then post it on eBay for $200 to $225. If I was able to make a sale, that would be about $80 to $100 net profit that I can then rinse and repeat into more items. I did this long enough until I was able to afford flipping iPhones, which was also a pretty nice side hustle for me that I talked about on the channel a number of times. However, the last way that you can make money if you are lazy and broke is going to be through plasma donation. And all you have to do to make money through plasma donation is have a healthy blood supply. Now what plasma donation is when they take the blood out of your arm, separate the plasma and keep the plasma, and then returning what is left of the blood back to your body. Because donating plasma doesn't take the entire blood out of your body, you are typically able to do this a lot more often if you were donating blood. And I've seen plasma donation centers that offer $200 for your first time donation and then around $30 to $50 for every donation after that. I don't know how sustainable this is personally, and I definitely haven't done it myself, but if you're not scared of needles, then this may be a way to make a couple $100 extra every single month. However, if you found value in this video, then hit that subscribe button, as I do make a lot of videos about investing, side hustles, and personal finance. And if you do decide to subscribe, I will see you in the next one, guys.